Today, let us sit down together, take a deep breath, and gently leave all worries outside the door so we can listen to a story about the signs of someone sheltered by heaven. The Buddha's protection and the respect of unseen beings are not distant miracles and not promises made by the world. They are simple footsteps on the path of cause and effect. Each wholesome thought is a seed. Each gentle breath is a lotus blooming in the heart. In a life full of turbulence, there are people who receive without asking, shine without showing off, and gain blessings without competing. They are quiet like morning dew, soft like moonlight at midnight, yet wherever they go, they leave peace behind. Because blessings are not found in outward appearance. Blessings are found in how we think, how we speak, and how we treat a falling leaf, a suffering person, and a sentence that can either save or wound. When the mind becomes still, we can hear the whisper of the Dharma. When the heart becomes kind, we see the road opening right beneath our feet. On this journey, we will pass through each sign as if passing bright milestones. A pure heart that harms no one. Filial devotion and gratitude toward one's roots. Holding virtue and keeping one's word in every circumstance. Reaching out to help others in hardship. Letting go of resentment so the heart becomes lighter. Living in harmony with the way, trusting in karma, and cultivating the mind each day. Each sign is a gateway, and each gateway opens into a sky of calm. May you, as you listen, gain a little more peace in your eyes, a little more gentleness in your words, and a little more warmth in the hands that hold your loved ones. May your day be as tender as the morning wind, as serene as the evening clouds. May every sadness be untied by a single wholesome thought, and every anger be dissolved by a single thought of compassion. If these words touch your heart, please stay with the channel golden words of the Buddha, so each day we can light one more small lamp, guiding ourselves and others on the road back to clarity. The first sign, a bright mind and a kind heart that harms no one. In a world of winning and losing, schemes and calculations, there are still souls as clear as morning dew. They live kindly without needing to display it. Someone with a bright mind does not harm others, not even with a word or a thought. Such a person is loved by heaven and protected by the Buddha, and even unseen beings respect them. Their light is not on the skin. It radiates from a pure inner life, from gentle and truthful energy. When they arrive, others feel at ease. When they speak, hearts soften. They do not use teachings to lecture anyone. Their life itself becomes the teaching. A bright-hearted person often chooses silence instead of argument, forgiveness instead of hatred. They understand that harming others is harming themselves, and resenting others is tying karma to their own body. So they live lightly, not allowing their mind to be stained by anger, jealousy, or suspicion. In their eyes there is kindness. In their speech there is softness. In their actions there is compassion. They do not chase competition because they know each person has their own path and their own karma. They only wish not to hurt anyone, not to add suffering to anyone. Even in the smallest thought, a bright-hearted person often meets good fortune, not because they are favored, but because wholesome energy within them dissolves harmful energy. When they do good, heaven and earth respond, and blessings naturally return. The Buddhist teachings say that when someone keeps a mind free of evil toward all living beings, humans, heavenly beings, and unseen beings, all rejoice. Therefore, a truly kind person does not need to ask for much. They only need to live uprightly and gently, and blessings connect by themselves. Some people are so gentle that others call them naive. But in the law of cause and effect, that naivety is wisdom, and that apparent loss is blessing. They may give up a little in the short term, yet they receive lasting peace. When we meet them, we feel like a cool breeze on a hot day, like warm light in a dark night, because their energy is clear and unstained by worldly dust. A bright mind and a kind heart that harms no one is the first sign of someone living in harmony with the way of heaven and earth. They do not need to search for peace, because peace already lives in their heart. They do not need to beg for blessings, because blessings are blooming each day in their gentle breath. When the mind is bright, darkness naturally retreats. That is the first sign of someone sheltered by heaven, protected by the Buddha, and respected by unseen beings. The second sign, filial devotion and gratitude, turning toward one's roots. A person with great blessings in life, whether poor or wealthy, carries an invisible treasure in the heart: filial devotion and gratitude. Filial devotion is not only providing for one's parents, not only rituals and formal respect, but a way of living filled with appreciation. When someone is grateful to those who gave them life, grateful to those who taught them, grateful to those who helped them, and even grateful to life itself, even when it brings suffering, the light of blessings within them begins to spread. Because a grateful person lives in harmony with heaven's way, protecting the root cause from which blessings grow. Filial devotion is not found in sweet words. It is shown through simple daily actions. A warm meal offered to one's parents, a hand held when they are tired, a small question asking how they are, can be enough to move the heavens. While parents are still alive, caring for them is a blessing you are repaying. After they have passed, remembering them is a blessing that continues to bear fruit. A person who is filial to their parents will receive the support of their ancestors. In the unseen realm, those who gave us life still watch over their descendants. When a child is filial, the ancestors rejoice, loving kindness arises, and a circle of wholesome energy forms around that person. A filial person is not only devoted to parents, but also grateful to their roots, grateful to teachers, grateful to those who help them through difficult seasons. They never forget kindness. They never look down on their origins. They are never ashamed of having been poor. They understand that a tree flourishes because its roots carry sap, and a person succeeds because they stand upon the deep grace of those who came before. In every word they speak, there is humility. In every action they take, there is gratitude. Someone once asked how to receive the protection of ancestors. The answer is simple: live in a way that would make your ancestors proud. Do good deeds, speak gentle words. Keep gratitude for those before you, and show compassion to those after you. When we are grateful, heaven and earth hear it, and unseen guardians rejoice. They offer protection because the energy of gratitude is among the highest frequencies in the universe. Wherever it touches, it brings light. A grateful person suffers less because they can see meaning even within hardship. They do not resent, they do not complain. They quietly say thank you to life. And that very thank you becomes a sacred mantra that opens the gate of blessings, bringing heaven's compassion, the Buddha's protection, and the reverence of unseen beings. The third sign: a person who preserves virtue, keeps their word, and lives honestly. In the human world, there are two things that shape a person's character: virtue and benefit. Virtue is the root of blessings, while benefit is the seed of worldly gain. A person who protects their virtue, honors their promises, and lives truthfully is safeguarding an invisible treasury of merit granted by heaven and earth. They do not need polished speech, and they do not need to appear impressive. They only need sincerity, a genuine heart, and a genuine way of living. In a world filled with deception, an honest person is already a bright lamp. A person of virtue does not lie, does not act against conscience, and does not rely on schemes to obtain advantage. They understand that wealth can be lost and fame can fade, but if virtue is preserved, blessings will follow for a lifetime. Virtue is the foundation, blessings are the fruit. When the foundation is strong, the flowers bloom for long. A virtuous person may still encounter hardship, yet they are often protected because harmful karma cannot easily invade a righteous mind. A dishonest person may have money, yet never feel at peace, because darkness in the heart pulls peace away. A person who keeps their word is someone others can trust. In an age of constant uncertainty, being trustworthy is itself a great blessing. They promise little but do much. They speak little, yet their words carry weight. When they speak with integrity, it is as if the universe listens, because the energy of faithfulness resonates with the laws of heaven. A truthful word is like dew falling onto a lotus, making its fragrance even purer. A false word is like sand dropped into clear water, turning the stream of the mind muddy. Those who protect virtue often choose silence over gossip, honesty over clever manipulation, and accepting loss over disturbing the peace of their own heart. They understand that losing possessions is not as frightening as losing virtue, that losing to others is not as painful as losing to oneself. They live simply, without competing, without showing off, without harming anyone to benefit themselves. Each word they speak is gentle yet deep. It does not wound others. It does not carry harmful energy. Some say that preserving virtue is preserving life, because when virtue is full, harmful karma cannot enter. Truly, an honest person who lives sincerely may struggle, yet they are at ease. They may suffer, yet they are calm. A deceitful person may indulge, yet remains restless. Heaven and earth are always fair. The way is always clear. The one who preserves virtue is loved by heaven. The Buddha protects them, and unseen beings bow, because there is uprightness in their eyes, truth in their heart, and the breath of the way in every breath they take. The fourth sign, a person who helps others in hardship, because saving others is saving oneself. In a world full of striving and rivalry, the one who opens their heart to help others when they are suffering becomes a lamp in the darkness. In this realm of interwoven causes and conditions, all beings are connected by invisible threads of karma and blessing. When we help someone through hardship, that thread lights up, and that light is blessings being born. A person who rescues others, who shares when someone falls, is not only helping them, but also rescuing their own karma. A compassionate heart does not wait to be rich before doing good. It does not wait to have extra before sharing. They give what they can, with effort, with presence, with kindness, with words of comfort, or simply with a timely hand to hold. They understand that helping others does not require calculation, because cause and effect will naturally fill what is needed. The teachings say that saving one life is greater than building 7 towers, not merely to exaggerate merit, but to remind us that whenever we reduce another's suffering, we are doing the work of the Buddha. Some people help without seeking reputation or praise, only out of compassion. That compassion is pure like spring water, cool like the morning breeze, and so gentle that even unseen beings bow their heads. When a wholesome intention arises, the energy of blessings rises immediately. The universe recognizes it and offers protection. That is why those who often help others frequently meet goodness and are often guided through danger. They may not realize it, but each small act of kindness is building around them a wall of protective light, making misfortune harder to touch. A person who truly helps others is often someone who has known suffering, so they understand what it means to need support. They do not judge who is worthy or unworthy. They do not calculate gain and loss. They simply feel compassion and help. One compassionate thought is a seed of blessings. One hand extended is a path of light. A person like this does not need to beg for the Buddha's protection. The Buddha protects them. They do not need to plead for heaven's shelter. Heaven shelters them because they are doing the work of the Buddha. They plant the light of compassion in the world. Helping others is saving oneself. Because when we save someone who is suffering, we erase a portion of darkness within our own mind. A person who helps others in hardship is loved by heaven, protected by the Buddha, and respected by unseen beings. They not only save another's body, but also save their own soul from falling into darkness. They are a lotus blooming in the mud of life, still fragrant, still bright, still spreading blessings to all beings. The fifth sign, a person who knows how to let go, forgive, and hold a vast compassion. In life, everyone has been hurt, misunderstood, and treated unfairly. Some choose resentment. Others choose to let go and forgive. Those who can release hatred and forgive the one who once caused them pain are truly strong. They are sheltered by heaven, protected by the Buddha, and honored by unseen beings, because their compassion is wider than all hatred, brighter than all darkness, and radiates a light that harmful karma dares not approach. Letting go is not weakness. It is deep understanding of cause and effect. They know that everything that comes into life is conditions and karma. When we resent someone, we are holding karma. When we forgive someone, we are opening the road for blessings. The more we cling to karma, the heavier it becomes. The more we release, the lighter the heart. A person may collapse under suffering, but if they can forgive, they rise again with a brighter mind than before. Forgiveness is not to make it easier for others to live. It is to allow oneself to be at peace. The teachings say that one moment of anger can burn 1,000 merits, while one moment of forgiveness can give birth to 1,000 blessings. When we forgive others, we open the door for ourselves, stepping out of the prison of hatred. The one who clings to resentment is like someone holding a burning coal, intending to throw it, but in the end, they are the one who gets burned. The one who lets go becomes light like a cloud. They do not carry stones in the heart. They do not allow the past to bind the present. They choose gratitude instead of blame, understanding instead of bitterness, and silence instead of retaliation. Someone once said that resentment is a rope that binds the soul, while forgiveness is the wings of liberation. When we let go, we are setting ourselves free. A person with true compassion does not look at another's mistakes with judgment, but with the gaze of empathy. When they see someone wrong, they feel more compassion than blame, because they understand that a person who is doing wrong is also suffering. When they see someone doing harm, they quietly recite the Buddha's name and pray for that person to awaken. That compassion becomes an invisible armor protecting both body and mind. Those who know how to release and forgive not only dissolve old karma, but also plant wholesome conditions for the future. When resentment melts away, blessings flow back. When forgiveness opens the heart, heaven preserves life. They live gently, with a gentle face, a soft voice, and clear eyes. When we meet them, we feel peaceful. When we stay near them, we learn how to let go. Wherever they go, they carry the fragrance of the Buddha in every step. The sixth sign, living in harmony with the way, believing in cause and effect, and cultivating the mind every day. A person with great blessings is not someone who prays a lot, but someone who lives in harmony with the natural order of heaven and earth, believes deeply in karma, and continuously cultivates the mind in daily life. Because the way is not far away. The way is in every kind word, every wholesome thought, every small action that does not harm anyone. A person who lives in harmony with the way understands that all things have their own order. When we live in accord with it, the heart is calm, the body is healthy, and blessings arise. When we live against it, the mind becomes restless, the body becomes ill, and karma becomes tangled. A person who believes in cause and effect does not fear that life is unfair and does not blame heaven or resent others. They know that everything that happens, whether good or bad, is the result of causes that were once planted. When hardship comes, they do not complain. They accept it as an opportunity to repay karma. When blessings come, they do not boast. They feel gratitude and see it as a chance to plant even more goodness. A person who understands karma lives very lightly, because they know everything comes and goes, and only a wholesome mind remains. They do not chase winning and losing, and they do not compare gains and losses. They simply try to do what is right, speak what is true, and live what is sincere. Someone who cultivates the mind each day is always reflecting on themselves. When anger rises, they know how to stop. When craving appears, they know how to release. When resentment surfaces, they remind themselves to return to the breath. They do not need to be in a temple to be practicing. Practice is not in appearances, but in each moment of wakefulness in everyday life. They understand that if the dust in the heart is not washed away, then even sitting before a Buddha statue, one will not see the way. But if the heart is clear, even in the busiest marketplace one can remain awake. A person who lives in harmony with the way does not run after fame and profit, does not compete, and does not deceive to obtain what they want. They keep the mind steady through gain and loss, and keep the heart bright. Whether life feels dark or bright, each day they plant another seed of goodness, like someone growing lotus flowers in mud, believing that sooner or later the blossoms will appear. When the mind is cultivated, karma transforms on its own, blessings arise on their own, and life naturally becomes harmonious. Living in harmony with the way, trusting in karma, and cultivating the mind every day is the truest path to peace. A person like this does not need to beg heaven for protection because heaven already loves them. They do not need to plead for the Buddha's guidance because the Buddha is already within their heart. When they pass through this world, the gentle light they carry remains, like the fragrance of a lotus. Even after the petals fall, the scent still lingers in the wind. Dear listeners, the journey through these 6 signs of being sheltered by heaven, protected by the Buddha, and respected by unseen beings is not something distant. It is the path of returning to the wholesome original heart that each of us already carries within. Blessings are not determined by how much we ask for, but by how we live. Karma is not a punishment. It is a gentle reminder from the universe, guiding us back to the way. When we know how to live kindly, love others, forgive, feel gratitude, and cultivate the mind, then every step we take becomes a wholesome vow. Every breath we breathe becomes a bright verse of Dharma. Heaven is not only above, and the Buddha is not far away. Everything is within the heart of a person who is truly kind. When we live honestly, heaven naturally cares for us. When we live uprightly, the earth naturally supports us. When we know how to give, blessings naturally return. Because in the law of cause and effect, everything we plant is recorded. A kind word is a flower blooming. A wholesome thought is a lamp of light. An act of helping someone is the Buddha's arm reaching into ordinary life. As long as we keep a pure heart and continue to raise compassionate intentions, then even if life brings strong winds and great waves, there will still be an invisible hand that steadies us from falling. A truly blessed person does not need to show off and does not need to beg. They simply live simply, and blessings naturally bloom, because blessings are the energy of goodness. When it radiates, it can move even heaven and earth. A person who lives in harmony with the way, trusts in cause and effect, does not resent, does not harm, does not cling, and does not burn with anger, is flowing with the current of the universe. When the heart is aligned, adversity turns gentle. When the mind is bright, darkness dissolves. When we live as light, even unseen beings bow. May you always be peaceful in body and mind, always clear in wisdom, and each day live with a little more wakefulness, a little more goodness, a little more understanding, and a little more compassion. May you and your family always be safe, happy, and blessed with wholesome conditions to plant many more seeds of merit in the field of life. If these words help your heart become still, please subscribe to the channel Golden Words of the Buddha, so we can together light the lamp of wisdom and compassion, illuminating the path back to ourselves, where the heart is at peace, blessings arise, and the Buddha's light is present in every breath.